Yo guys, what's going on? It's FIFA Flow here. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 4 of the podcast. And today we're going to be talking about Game Week 4 and Game Week 3 of the Premier League and League 1 and a bit of La Liga as well. But before I get into the video, if you guys are wondering what this thing is behind me, it is something I won from the fair. You can like sit on it. I use it to sit on it, put my legs on it. So yeah, quite a big thing I won from the fair. Biggest thing I've ever won from a fair. But yeah, let's get into the leagues, the game week 3 and 4, and I just want to give you a quick note that I didn't really get to watch a lot of the game weeks this week, PSG, as well as like Liverpool and Chelsea because I was at the fair and I was busy today. But I know a bit about it, so we'll go into it. But yeah, let's get started off with the Premier League, and it's looking really good so far. I think for most teams except for Arsenal, but I don't even know who that team is. Who is that team? I really don't know who that team is. But yeah, I think Premier League this season is gonna be the scariest league. You know how we have like the group of death in the UCL, Group B, as I talked about it in Season 2, Episode 3, last episode. I think this one is the group of the League of Death. I think this is the League of Death, and yeah, it's looking crazy. So let's get into it. First get into Arsenal and my feelings about Arsenal. I don't hate them. I just feel bad for them. They need to get their stuff together, and I think they can find their path. But I'll take all those words back if they lose to Norwich, because Norwich are a newly promoted team from the Premier League, the second division. So if they lose to them, 4 games, 4 losses, and one of the losses are by a newly promoted team, then that's gonna be looking really bad for Arsenal. But yeah, I think they can do better. 5-0 from Arsenal, 2-0 from Chelsea, and then 2-0 from Brentford. Red card here. I don't know if it should have been a red in my opinion, but I think it should have been a yellow. I think he clearly hit the ball. Either at most it should have been a yellow. At least it should have. At most it should have been a yellow, but I even think it should have just like kept on going. But yeah, I don't know what Aubameyang was doing. There was a part in the game where Ederson was holding the ball, and Aubameyang. It's as if like the PlayStation controller disconnected, and Aubameyang was standing there and like waiting for Ederson. So that was a bit awkward for Aubameyang. I don't know what he was doing. I think Aubameyang definitely deserves a better club. He definitely deserves a better club. I don't know. Maybe if I was Spurs, I would sell Kane next season and buy Aubameyang. I think that's what I would do. I think Aubameyang still has skills before he retires. How old is Pierre Emerick Aubameyang? 32 years old. Yeah, I think he's gonna retire soon, but I definitely think he deserves a better club. I think Spurs is a really good club for him. If it, I think if Spurs sell Kane next season, Richarlison or Aubameyang are my two options for Spurs for a new striker. I think that's who I'd go for. I think they both fit in at Tottenham. Richarlison plays for Everton, and Aubameyang, I think he deserves a bigger club. It's not like Spurs wins trophies either, but at least Spurs have a bigger chance of getting to Europa League or like league or like UCL. They have a bigger chance, as well as they're more of a bigger club. They're not losing 3 games. They're not playing 3 games and losing all 3. So yeah. But yeah, I think Arsenal, they could get their stuff together unless they lose to Norwich, which are a newly promoted team. Let's get into the Big 10 or the Big 7, I'd say. Manchester United beating Arsenal, of course. West Ham doing really good. 3 games, 2 wins, and 1 draw with 10 goals as well. The only 2 teams with 10 goals so far out of the 3 games is West Ham and Manchester City. And yeah, it's pretty amazing seeing West Ham off to a great start. 2 wins, 1 goal, 2 wins, 1 draw with 10 goals. Pretty outstanding performance. But yeah, let's talk about Manchester United and then Chelsea and Liverpool. Manchester United, I'm gonna be naming a list of players right here, so listen carefully. Jadon Sancho, Rafael Varane, Paul Pogba, Edison Cavani, Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford, Mason Greenwood, Jesse Lingard, Anthony Martial, David De Gea, Harry Maguire, Van de Beek, Luke Shaw, Juan Mata, Daniel James, Phil Jones, Fred Henderson, Thiago Dalot, Scott McTominay, Wan Bissaka, Lindelof, Alex Telles, and Eric Bailly, as well as Cristiano Ronaldo. Those players that you just heard me say, I think they can make an excellent team out of that. David De Gea in net made an excellent 2 saves today, like multiple saves. But there's that one part against Wolves where Wan-Bissaka made that nice slide tackle before it went to the net. So what a save by Wan-Bissaka. As well as David De Gea, he blocks it and rebounds back to Wolves, but his reflections and with his speed and reflections, he gets up and blocks it again. So what a good save by David De Gea that was. And yeah, after a great start, Manchester United with a great team. David De Gea in net, right back Wan-Bissaka, Varane and Maguire at center back, Luke Shaw left back. You have let's just play a 4-4-2, I guess. You have what is the formation I had? I think it was a 4-1 4-1 4-1-2-1-2. But I had wingers. Let's 4-3-3. That's what it was. A 4-3-3. That's your back line with your goalkeeper. At DM, I think this is what United need, a better DM. But for now, at DM, you have McTominay and Van de Beek, as well as Lindelof at DM. Those three at DM. One of those three at DM. With Jesse Lingard, with Pogba and Bruno Fernandes in the midfield. And then at left wing, you have Marcus Rashford. Right wing, you have Jadon Sancho. And then at striker, you either have Edison Cavani or Cristiano Ronaldo. So what a team that is for the Premier League. I think it was 2 episodes ago, season 2, episode 2, where I said Chelsea are definitely winning the league. Now I'm going to change my mind. I think it's between 3 teams. My top 4 UCL qualifiers for this season are Chelsea, Manchester United, Liverpool, and Manchester City. I think those are the top 4 teams. But for first place, I think it's going to be difficult. For first place, it's going to be a race between Manchester United, Chelsea, and Liverpool. Off to a great start. 3-3-3, 3 games, 2 wins, 1 draw, and roughly about the same amount of goals. Manchester United with 1 extra goal. But I think all these 3 teams are in the race to first place. But yeah, top 4 are United, Chelsea, Liverpool, and City. But race to first are Liverpool, Chelsea, and United. And yeah, that's how it's gonna go. Chelsea looking like a great team with Kante and Jorginho, both winning UEFA awards. Jorginho, man of the season or player of the season, as well as UEFA player of the season, as well as Kante was UEFA midfielder of the season. They won the UCL. Their players are great and outstanding. They got Lukaku, who I think did great in the Euros, as well as is doing great already. They have Kai Havertz, who scored against Liverpool, which we'll talk about in a moment. Liverpool, Mohamed Salah doing great. Virgil van Dijk couldn't stop blocking Lukaku, as well as United. They have Cristiano Ronaldo, that team that I made a few minutes ago. So they're looking really good. Top 3, and then City at 4th place. But yeah, Liverpool versus Chelsea, insane game. I saw a few highlights on it. 1-1 with the red card, which we'll also talk about. The Kai Havertz scoring that goal, and Mohamed Salah scoring the pen, and they got a pen from Reece James' red card. Now, in my opinion, I don't think that was a red card. Can I find a photo here? Kai Havertz scores. Then here's the red card. We can get an image right here. Do you guys think this is a red card? In my opinion, definitely a pen. But it's between a yellow and a red. If you look at it, like if you're looking at it quickly at the replays quickly, it looks as if he sees the ball, so he's intentionally moving his hand. If he was intentionally moving it, I think it's definitely a red. But maybe he was also intentionally moving it to not hit it as well. It's between the two. It's really tough. Definitely a pen. It's between, is it a yellow or is it a red? But yeah, once again, insane game between Virgil van Dijk and Lukaku, as well as Kai Havertz scoring that goal. I think Kai Havertz is going to be having an outstanding season for Chelsea. But yeah, was it definitely a pen? Was it a red or was it a yellow? That's how I'm gonna explain that ball with Reece James. But yeah, after a great start, Manchester, Chelsea, and United, Liverpool, and Chelsea raced to first. But those three as well, City top four. That's my predictions. La Liga, I really don't know about La Liga because I haven't been keeping up on it as much as the Premier League and Ligue 1. But I think Barcelona, Real Madrid, and Atletico are going to be getting top three, of course, or top four, with Barcelona first, Real Madrid second, and Atletico de Madrid third. Now, if Real Madrid sign Mbappe this season, I think they're definitely getting a first. But I think they might have a chance against Barcelona. But I think so far, Barcelona are off to a great start. Goatweight doing really good without Messi here now. He's more a goat. He's a goater weight now. And then like after the pie leaves, it's gonna be goatist weight. So it's getting more goatister. Yeah, not any words, but yeah, you get what I mean. I think he's off to a great start. The pie also off to a great start. Powerful, speed player. Memphis Depay. So Barcelona first for me, but it's if Mbappe joins Madrid, which I'll talk about later on as well. And so yeah, off to a great start. These three games, two wins, and one draw. With Real Madrid scoring the most goals, Barcelona barely off, but I think Barcelona definitely scoring insane teamwork goals in my opinion. But yeah, Ligue 1 as well. We have PSG, which we're going to be talking about. 4 games, 4 wins off to an outstanding start, 12 points. And Messi finally making his debut subbed off or Neymar got subbed off for Lionel Messi, making his debut. And it was really nice seeing these two playing number 10 here and then number 30 on the back of Messi. And yeah, Reims did want to stop Messi from getting his debut goal, and they did do that. But Mbappe still had to get those 2 goals to win for PSG, and I think PSG did do great. I think Hakimi and Wijnaldum are having a really good time, a really happy time. And if we go look at their recent game, I think both players did start, as well as Verratti also started. Yeah, Wijnaldum, Hakimi, I think he's a great right back so far. And Wijnaldum, Verratti, as well as those two starting. Gueye, the one who got the powerful shot that we talked about in episode 2. And I like the fact that you can have 5 subs now. I think that's really good because of COVID. They added that, and I think they should keep on. They should leave that rule in the books after COVID goes way down, and hopefully life goes back to normal. But yeah, I think that a great game today. 2-0. PSG doing great. Wijnaldum and Hakimi doing great with Messi's debut. It's all up to Donnarumma and Sergio Ramos to make their debut as well, and hopefully we can see that soon. But yeah, let's get into rumors and talks about football. And first, let's talk about Mbappe, Haaland, and Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, let's bring it back to a week ago. Let's say we were back last week, where Cristiano Ronaldo was still on the market and hasn't been moved to United. Let's say we were back there. If we could sell Mbappe to Real Madrid, we accept that 180 million euro bid from Real Madrid, and we sell Mbappe to them, and we have 2 options to buy. We have Cristiano Ronaldo and Haaland. I would rather sign Haaland. That's who I would sign. And this is why I think is I made a chart here. Mbappe equals less strength, less goals, more skill, and equal pace to Haaland uh, and Lukaku. Whereas Haaland has more strength, more goals, less skill, and equal pace. Now, yeah, I kind of removed this. Let's just remove that. But if we go take a look at Bundesliga, how many goals did Haaland score in 20/21? 27 goals. And then if we go to Mbappe, I think Mbappe has more, maybe 27. So they did tie. But overall, I think Mbappe, I think Haaland definitely is a more of a goal scorer, as well as has more of that strength. Same with Lukaku. He has that strength, big player, good pace, really good pace. And I think Haaland definitely scores a lot of goals, especially in that UCL. In the UCL, if we're talking about the UCL, these are your stats in the UCL. And I did not show the screen, my bad. But if we're talking about the UCL, these are your stats in the UCL. If we're talking about overall, I think they're equal for sure. But if we take this overall, whereas if we're talking about the UCL, this is your UCL stats for the players, and this is your overall stats. And I think if you're having Haaland with like this, but this is just last season, by the way. If you're having this and this compared to this and this, I think you gotta take Haaland. And same thing goes with Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo has that skill, has the goals, has somewhat strength, and still good pace. But I think if you had prime Ronaldo, like if you had Real Madrid Ronaldo, definitely sign him. But right now, I think you sign Haaland if you sell Mbappe. But yeah. I have an Mbappe jersey. Mbappe is my favorite player. You guys know PSG is my favorite team. But if Mbappe does leave, it's not like, oh, I'm gonna go be a Real Madrid fan. It's still PSG, because why not? They're the best team in the world, with Messi and everyone now. And it's still, even if Messi leaves and Neymar leaves, I think we're still gonna be one of the top 20 teams in the world, even top 15 maybe. But yeah, Haaland definitely for sure. But Borussia Dortmund had no intention to sell and have no intention to sell. But I think next season I don't know, if we sell Mbappe, or if he leaves on a free next season, Haaland is our number one option that we have to go for. And as I said, for strikers, yeah, Haaland at PSG, and then Spurs sell Harry Kane to City, oh maybe, and then Spurs side Aubameyang or Richarlison. I think that's gonna be a nice transfer next season for both teams, PSG and Spurs. I think both teams are gonna be doing great if that's like a good transfer. But let's also talk about Cristiano Ronaldo for a bit. With him going to United, is he gonna bring the same skills as he did when he was there before? No, I don't think so. But he's still gonna bring special moments and special skills that nobody else has. But I also want to talk about United fans, where when before like before Ronaldo went to United again this year, he was gonna go to City. Let's say there's a player who gets like Ronaldo gets like $30 million a year, I think. But let's say there's a player who gets $1 million a year, $1 million a year for like not for 9 years, and played for United, but it's not the best player in the world. It's like if he leaves, it's like not like a huge news and stuff. But then he plays for United, and he goes to City. Would it matter as much? Probably not. But since it is Cristiano Ronaldo, one of the world's best players, it does matter. So, and then like, it's funny to see how United fans say, "Oh, Ronaldo's the worst player. Mohamed Salah's the best Premier League player in the world." I always said he was the best. Messi's my goat. And then as soon as he signs back to United, he's like, "Oh, Ronaldo's the best. Mohamed Salah's the worst player in the world." Messi is the worst player in the world. Mohamed Salah is not the best at all. He's one of the worst Premier League players of all time. So yeah, it's funny to see that. But if it was a flop player, if it was a player not as big as Cristiano Ronaldo and played for United for 9 years and still wasn't the biggest player, and if he moved clubs, the transfer wouldn't be as big, like big news or anything. It wouldn't matter at all. You'd still get booed and still get like called a fraud for playing for United for 9 years, but it's not going to be as bad as when Ronaldo was going to sign for City. It's not going to be as bad as that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything we have to talk about. I also want to talk about the team that I made for the UCL. Bad quality, my pardon, but I think this UCL. This is my predictions for a UCL fantasy team. Braithwaite, Lewandowski, and Haaland. Those are my top three, and it's either between Braithwaite or Memphis Depay for the striker. But I think Lewandowski, Haaland, they did great last season. Lewandowski off to a great start. I think Lewandowski might win Ballon d'Or as well, which is going to be really. It's either between Lewandowski and Messi for Ballon d'Or for me this year. But yeah, Lewandowski, Haaland, and then Memphis Depay or Martin Braithwaite. Those are my forwards. Pedri, I haven't really seen a lot from Pedri yet. He's a new player at Barcelona. He did great in the Euros. He didn't do bad, as well as in the Olympics. But he's probably gonna take a break from Barcelona. I think that's what they want him to do. But I don't know. Hopefully we can see some great stuff from him. I think he's 16 years old. Was he youngest player? So I don't know. Hopefully we can see some great stuff. Kante, I think he's gonna have a nice season again. And Mohamed Salah off to a great start as well. I think he's gonna be doing great, scoring goals. Maybe Premier League attacker or player of the season. And then Kyle Walker, Luke Shaw, Marquinhos, and Varane. I think that's my back line. Varane, I think he's going to be doing good. Marquinhos, he's going to be doing great at PSG alongside with Sergio Ramos. I think Marquinhos is going to be doing much better since Ramos is there. And then Manuel Neuer in net. And then as you see in our line, we had Foden as a sub, Sarr as a sub, and this guy in the midfield, he was second highest picked player on the UCL app. So and he was cheap as well. He fit the budget, 100 million budget. So I was like, why not? Let's see. So I don't know. I should probably keep my eye on him as well, because he might be doing some. He might be like he might have a secret diamond player, hidden gem player. But yeah, that's pretty much all we have to talk about. Game week 4 and game week 3 of La Liga, Premier League, and Ligue 1, as well as my talks about Haaland, some strikers and transfers, and the UCL team. If you guys enjoyed that video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. Next episode will be next week. I'll let you guys know on Instagram. Make sure to check that. Link will be down below to my Instagram. Make sure to follow me there, where I post the most. And I guess I'll see you guys next week for episode 5. Peace.